Ranking the best middle linebackers in college football ultimate team. And boys, we're back here with another tier list update. Today we're going to be taking a look at the middle linebacker position. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILL at checkout for 5% off your order. Now right before we do went ahead and get into the new cards right here, want to update the old tier list where I do think today we have a new S tier. So we're going to go ahead and drop everyone down a singular tier. And yeah, this is what the tier list is looking like before we get into the new cards. Now the first card we got right here is Tuasivi from Fresno State. Now this card right here is kind of a no money spent legend. This is actually my user on my no money spent account. Hopefully I said his first name right, but this card, I mean, he's 85 speed, 84 excel, 84 agility. It's not like crazy. The 86 change of direction is kind of nice. Like when we compare it to other linebackers in the game, they don't really always have the highest change of direction, which I think this rating matters a ton. I think change of direction might be one of the most slept on stats in the game. Like everyone looks at speed and excel, but man, change of direction makes a major difference. Also, this card is 6'1" and has 80 man, has 80 zone. I don't think this card is terrible. Play ball and air balance, we're looking for aggressive, and big hitter on yes is always nice to get, but this is a card that interesting spot for me. I feel like he is C tier, maybe could be B tier, and I don't hate that. And I'm going to place him top in the C. I like this card. I like the way he moves. Again, he's my no money spent user. After that, we get a bunch of Andy Katzenmoyer's cards right here. And this card starts off at the 87 and obviously goes up to the 92. And from the 87 to the 92, you're going to notice it is a bunch of +1s. But starting off right here with the 87, this card is 6'4". That's not going to change. Has really good height, 84 speed, 87 acceleration, 78 agility, 80 change direction. Like the agility and change direction are a little bit lower on this card. I'll talk about who he reminds me of on his full card, but this card also not really great man or zone. I feel like this card right here really doesn't do a whole lot. This card is going to be in the F tier for me. We also get the 88 overall that has 85 speed, 88 acceleration. Again, the 6'4" height is not changing, and this time does have good in the box stats, but again, little to no man or zone. And this card for me is also going to be someone that is just in the F tier. Now the 89 overall has 86 speed, 89 acceleration. Now this time though, he actually skips 2 zone coverage, which is kind of interesting. He can hit the 75 level of zone, which really isn't good. Like we're looking for 80 to even say like you have decent zone coverage, but this card from a physical stat standpoint, I just think he's better than like Brian Urlacher, Ray Lewis, Eric Kendricks. Like he's going to move a little bit better. So I am going to slightly place him in the D tier. Now we get the 90 overall that has 87 speed, 90 acceleration, and this time 78 zone coverage, which we're getting really close to hitting that 80 level, which is slightly decent. And this card for me, the 90 overall is going to be someone that I slightly place in the C tier. And then we go up to the 92, and the 92 has 89 speed, 92 acceleration. I feel like this card right here, I feel like his main role is as a user defender, and it really depends how you want to user players, right? Like if you want to move crazy side to side, that really isn't this card's strength. But again, 6'4", gonna get to some things that other linebackers can't because he's just so tall, right? This time great in the box stats and also does hit 80 zone, so a little bit better of a coverage player now. And really the card I want to directly compare him to is Brian Bosworth. Now he obviously is faster, more excel, but the big thing on Bosworth was hitting the 85 level zone, which I do value a ton, but I feel like these cards have pretty similar strengths and weaknesses. And this card, again, the agility and change direction just is bad. That's kind of the weakness on this card. I think he's a tier better than Bosworth. I'm going to go ahead and place him in this A tier. And I know he's faster than Chris Paul, but I feel like Chris Paul, again, the 90 change direction really helps out that card a ton. And yeah, I don't mind this card being in the A tier. And right after that, we get 88 overall Shamar James. And this card has 85 speed, 87 acceleration. Again, lower agility and change of direction. He is 6'1". This time doesn't really offer you any pass rush. You don't need your middle linebacker to though. This time does have 80 zone coverage though, and play ball and air balance, no big hitter. This is an interesting card for me. I feel like where this card ranks is kind of tough. I'm between two spots. It's either another card in the C tier or he slightly makes a B. I don't really think he's as good as Bosworth. He has 1 less speed and also doesn't hit the 85 level of zone. Like I would rather just use the 88 Bosworth. And right after that, we get Demetrius Knight Jr. And this card has 88 speed, 90 acceleration. Again, lower agility and change of direction, but he's 6'2", so pretty decent height. And this time does hit that 89 level of zone. With strategy items, you could easily get him up to 90 zone coverage. And this card also has play ball and air conservative, which I don't love. But this card, again, kind of like talking about Brian Bosworth again, I feel like he's a little bit better than Bosworth because what he can offer you, a little bit of height, 6'2", and his weaknesses are, again, lower agility and change direction. But as just a AI zone coverage player, I think this card can play at the A tier level. I like him hitting that 90 zone, and yeah, I think he's better than Bosworth, Peyton Wilson in them, so I'm going to place him A. We We also get Jay Higgins right here, and Jay Higgins is 6'2", so pretty good height, 88 speed, 89 acceleration with decent agility and change of direction. It's not a strength, but it's also not a weakness of this card. And this time he has 84 zone coverage, which you could easily get that up to the 85 level, 90 block shed on the card, no big hitter trade on yes, but he does have play ball near aggressive, which I do like. That kind of helps his break on ball a little bit. Again, Jay Higgins, I don't hate to take the Demetrius Knight more than him, but I think they're on the same level. Again, I'm going to place him in the A tier. So that we get back-to-back rival cards, and the first one we got is TJ Daugherty right here, and this card is 6'1", has 89 speed, 91 acceleration, 89 agility, 85 change direction. So just really good balance of physical stats. Even decent pass rush if you wanted to use them like that. Potential outside linebacker. This card has 88 man coverage with 85 zone as well, and play ball near conservative I don't love. This TJ card, I'm between two spots for him. It's either like, again, top end of A or S, and it's like, ah, man, I could see either which way. Oh, this is tough because like when we compare him to like Demetrius Knight, right? This card has better physical stats, but Demetrius Knight can hit 90 zone. This card cannot hit 90 zone. So, man, I'm kind of like stuck right here because I think TJ is really good, and I don't hate to take the you say he's better than everyone in S. I'm gonna keep TJ in this A tier, and he's so close. Like I debated on keeping TJ and like Luke in this tier, dropping everyone else down a tier. After that, we get Jaheim Thomas, and this card is 6'4", 245, 88 speed, 89 acceleration. This card can also pass rush, so potential outside linebacker if you wanted to use him like that, and 85 block shed, 81 impact blocking, good man coverage. Doesn't have the best zone, can't get up to 85, but the 80 level, it's not unusable. And this card has play ball near balanced. And yeah, I think Jaheim Thomas is kind of right by Andy Katzenmoyer for me. I'm going to place him also slightly in this A tier. And right after that, we get Manti Te'o, and this card is 6'1", 241, 90 speed, 90 acceleration, has 85 power moves, 76 finesse moves. So again, potential outside linebacker if you wanted to use him like that. Also hits that 85 level of zone, which is nice. This card also has play ball near balance. No big hitter trait on yes, but Manti Te'o, again, this was a tough one because it's like, do I put Manti Te'o S? See that we only have one linebacker in S because I think he's better than everyone in A. And this is like in a weird spot where it's like Manti Te'o and TJ Daugherty, I feel like they should be on the same level. Yeah, I'm gonna do something real quick. We're gonna drop everyone down. I think this is kind of more what I'm thinking linebacker is like right now. And I think this is like more along the lines of what I'm thinking the linebacker spot is looking like. Like Jay is like right there too. I don't hate him being in the A tier, but I even debated like Luke, but Luke, I liked his balance of physical stats a little bit more, and also a little bit better man, a little bit better zone. Like, I mean, Jay is like right there though, and I still love Chris Paul in the B tier. And then last card of the video right here, we got Danny Stutsman, and this card is 6'4", so tall, 93 speed, 94 acceleration. Like this right here makes him move so well because he's so much faster than every other piece, like potentially on offense and defense. But I don't love this rating right. There's two things about the card I don't love. It's the lower change of direction, and also he doesn't have great zone coverage and play ball near conservative, so I guess it's 3. But it's simply like this right here is just too good at this point on the defense side of the ball. Like we go to players, right? And let's just go literally every single piece on defense, right? And let's go ahead and sort it by speed. What you're gonna see is it's like, okay, Charles Woodson, Benjamin Morrison, Deion Sanders, John Saunders, Danny Stutsman's right there with them. You know, like it's just like that for a linebacker is just kind of crazy. And if we just go ahead and say, you know what, let's just sort it by a linebacker defensive line, it's like no one is really close to him. Like the gap between 93 and 90, I think is pretty noticeable. And Stutsman, for that reason, he's going to be alone in S tier for me today. And yeah, boys, this has been my updated thoughts on the middle linebacker position in college football ultimate team. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with. I think the gap between B and A is so small. I can definitely see some people in B going to A. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video today, man. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with everything that's the best here in college football. Now, if you guys do want to go ahead and see me use some of these cards live on stream, have been streaming here on both YouTube and Twitch to watch on YouTube. Make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.